Hello my friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Sarah McGuire from Sassy Paper Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today's card is this one. I am loving how this one turned out. I used the Beautiful Balloons bundle that is part of the Bright and Beautiful suite from the brand new, couple weeks old Stampin' Up! Annual catalog, the 2023 to 2024 annual catalog. If you do not have a 2023 to 2024 annual catalog and you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be more than happy to send you a catalog. Just click the link in the description of this video. But let's get into our card. So like I said, I used the Beautiful Balloons bundle, which is this beautiful photopolymer stamp set, which includes 16 stamps and the Beautiful Balloons dies. These dies are really cool. So we're going to be using this one here. This one is what makes this fringe here. So I'll show you how to do that. We're also going to be using this one for our label here, and then 2 of the balloons. And that is it. There's a ton more dies though, as you can see, but we're only using these 4 today. Let's start by doing our stamping first. So I'm using 3 stamps from the stamp set. I'm going to be using this streamer here. We're going to be using Happy Birthday, and then these little confetti strings over here. There are, again, a ton more that you can do with this stamp set. 2 ink colors, so the new, and they're returning. They're not really new, but they're new. Blueberry Bushel and Berry Burst. We're going to start with Blueberry Bushel, and all the measurements and everything for this project can be found on my blog. The link to this project specifically is in the description of this video. You click that, you head right over to the blog post about this project. I'm going to use the streamer first. I have this mounted on an eye block, and I'm just going to kind of tap it along. Sometimes with the bigger stamps, it's easier to just take your ink pad to the stamp, which is what I think I'm going to do. And then I'm going to kind of cross it over. So I'm going to go this way on the first one, like that. And this is called tone on tone stamping. So this is Blueberry Bushel cardstock with Blueberry Bushel ink is tone on tone. So I'm going to ink that up again. And then I'm just going to kind of crisscross them like that. Perfect. So now we're done with that one. I'm actually done with Blueberry Bushel, so I'm going to get that out of the way. And I've already die cut my pieces. So like I said, I used the balloon. I used that with Bubble Bath cardstock. The little one I did twice with Berry Burst. This one I did in basic white for our label here. And this I used on the beautiful Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. So I'll show you the pieces. So I just took a piece of that Bright and Beautiful Designer Series paper. I laid this over it and ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we have that. We have our balloons. Now also for our Bubble Bath balloon here, I used the Stripes and Splatters 3D embossing folders, and I just used the stripe one and kind of laid it in sideways and got those really cool stripes on it. Move my dies. Show you the rest of the pieces. And then we have our label here. And then I also have another little piece. It's 5 1/4 by 3/4 of that Designer Series paper. You could use either side, but I liked the circles. So we're going to get our Happy Birthday stamp. And this is on a C block and our Berry Burst ink. Move that. I like to center my pieces when I'm stamping, just to get them as straight as I possibly can. I'm just going to ink up that Happy Birthday right in the center. Perfect. And then before I put that away, I'm going to grab our piece for the inside. And just this little confetti streamers. And this is just on an A block. I'm going to ink that up. Do one in that corner. Turn it. And do one in that corner up there. So that is it for stamping. It's pretty much the dies are doing the work on this card. I'll clean my stamps here in a little bit, but now we can put it together. So I'm going to grab my liquid glue. I like liquid glue for this because it gives you a little more wiggle room, gives you a little bit of time to work things out. So I'm going to put this piece down first. You want to put this down before you put your fringe piece down. Grab the blueberry bushel, and I'm just lining it up. This is just as long as that blueberry bushel, so I want to make sure it lines up nice. And I kind of wanted that berry burst circle showing in the bubble bath circle, just so everything kind of coordinates and goes together. Now we're going to take our fringe piece, and I have a little bit, probably 1/4 of an inch, if that, of room here for my adhesive. Again, why I like to use the liquid glue for this, because seal is just too wide and I would get it all over the place. So I'm putting a little bit on there, and then I'm just going to line it up with my cardstock. Now I am putting the fringe a little bit over the edge, but this also helps me line it up and make sure it's straight. That looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and push that. Oops, I moved it. But see, the liquid glue gives you time. Seal, it would have just ripped and it would have been a mess. So try that again. That's a little bit crooked. Move it. Now I'm going to push it down a little bit lighter this time. And that's, we have that piece there. So now while I have my liquid glue out, I'm going to take my bubble bath balloon, and I'm loving this pink. We don't really have a nice bubblegum pink, and they could have called this pink bubblegum and it would have gone just fine too. Push that down. And I'm going to take one of my berry burst balloons and put a little bit, maybe, of liquid glue on that, and just put that over to the other side. And then for the other balloon and our label here, I'm going to use dimensionals. I found the other balloon. I was like, where is it? I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of that, and then we'll put 2 on the back of this. Put this one down first. And I'm just going to kind of put it off center a little bit, tilt it a little bit. And we're going to take our balloon, put it over here. And now we can put this on our card base. So I have a Berry Burst card base, 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4. Again, all the measurements for everything, even the designer series paper, are on my blog, sassypapercrafts.com. Click the link in the description of this video. It will take you right to today's blog post, show you all the measurements, the supplies, everything you need to know. Make sure this is going the right way. Put this down. And if you'd like to purchase any of the supplies used on today's card, be sure to use my May host code, because every order gets you 4 free tutorials. And this month I'm featuring this suite for the 4 free tutorials, and orders over $50 get you some of the Gold Celebration Designer Series paper. It's a sampler pack, but it is also a part of the Bright and Beautiful suite. All right, put the inside to our card, and now we got to add a little bit of bling. So I just have some of the rhinestone basic jewels here, and I'm going to use the smaller one. There are 3 sizes. There's a large, a medium, and the small, and I'm just using the small ones. I'm just kind of randomly scattering them around. And now that I look at it, I might have wanted to go higher with my streamers, but I think it's okay. I'm okay with how it looks. And that's our card. Quick, easy, and now you are ready for a birthday. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment here. You can email me at sassypapercrafts@gmail.com. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to this channel to get more card and craft ideas from me. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.